Hey guys, so I'm doing a new video. Basically this video is going to be my top 15 video games of all time. I've been watching the Video Game Prophet do some videos of his top 30, splitting up to 10 videos, and it made me think, I should really put out my favorite video games all the time. I'm a video game player, I've done a couple of videos on video games, so why not? Take a break from movies, do video games. So here we go, I've created my list, I've wrote it up, and here we go. We'll start with number 15. These are, in my opinion, games that wowed me, or made me think differently of video games in a certain way, or just because I can play them over and over and over again without ever getting bored. Number 15. And this is more of a series than anything else, but You Don't Know Jack. It really changed my conception of what a game trivia would be. I mean, it was tough, but it was twisted, and it was random. So it was just really, really brilliant. I love that game series. Number 14, Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest. For me, that was one of the greatest of the Castlevania series because it was still about Simon, the original character in the storyline, but it was also kind of wrapped everything up really nicely. And it was really cool. It was so different than the original Castlevania, which was just a straight side hack. This almost had RPG elements. It really changed my view on the Castlevania series. Number 13, Fable. Fable blew my mind when I first heard of it. I mean, just being able to do half the things you can, including marrying a man when your character's a man. I was like, really? You can do all this stuff? Fable just blew my mind. It was fantastically out there. It's a great game, and the series is still a fantastic series. Number 12, Resident Evil 2. For me, that is the epitome of the Resident Evil series. I think they're all excellent games. They're fun games, not all as excellent as the others, but number 2 really changed it. Number 1 was so dry and stiff, and 2 kind of loosened it up and made it a little bit more fun. Kind of made it what the Resident Evil series has kind of become in a sense. Number 11, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. This also, another great RPG series. Was completely unexpected because, you know, it's a Star Wars game. You think hack and slash, action, adventure, fun. But it became an RPG, and it was a solid RPG. It was completely new, but at the same time, completely RPG. It was classic. It transcended that whole genre, in my opinion. It was kind of something different. Number 10, Gears of War. I put the first one in there because the first one really was, for me, one of the first third-person games out there for me that I ever saw within the cover system. I mean, the cover system had been done before a couple times, but Gears just kind of changed everything. Having a chainsaw bayonet, things like that, like, really, I love this game. So that was a great start to the franchise. Number 9, GoldenEye, and Nintendo 64. Looking forward to the Wii remake. Revolutionized first-person shooters, at least in the minds of on consoles. The multiplayer function is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the Wii version of it. Just a great series. I love James Bond. That was one of the first James Bond movies I ever really got into. So to play it over and over and go around with a silenced pistol and not having the guards attack me, that was just mind-bogglingly cool at the time. Number 8, Metal Gear Solid. The original one really broke out. For PS1, it kind of broke the genre a little bit more. Obviously, for those who played Metal Gear 1 and 2, you know, it was stealth kind of anyway, but for most of us, I mean, I played the first one briefly, but it was just so different than what Metal Gear Solid was. Metal Gear Solid is kind of like, wow, this is a movie in a game form. It's amazing. I mean, the story was a bit convoluted, a little bit twist. Don't mind that. That's my text messages. So yeah, it's just a fantastic game. Number 7, Super Mario Bros. 3. In my opinion, the best Mario Brothers game out there. Probably not everyone's, but it changed everything. And what I loved about is playing like Super Mario Brothers for the Wii. It kind of going back to that format in a sense, which started way back when. You know, just an excellent game. Let's see here, number 6, Final Fantasy IX. For me, this is the best of the Final Fantasy series. I can play this game over and over again. I've actually beaten it at least 2 times. I think the characters are fantastic. I think the game system is amazing. The mechanics, everything about it fits perfectly for me. So for me, best Final Fantasy in this entire series. Number 5, so Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This is the first of a couple of Zeldas. They all go in a row here, so I think this game changed. I mean, it built on what we knew about in Zelda, but made it so much more. The Super Nintendo visuals just kind of were awe-inspiring after this lousy second one, and the fantastic first one, which was visually not all that impressive. Number 4, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This game changed the Zelda format into 3D, obviously, and also at the same time, wow, just it was what Zelda should have been in 3D. It made everything fit perfectly into what it should have been. I mean, it just felt like I'm home. This is Zelda, but 3D. It really did just work perfectly. So, I'm very, very excellent game. Just a fantastic game. And then finally, Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. For me, Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess is the best of the last two games that I just told you. You had elements of both those games, some of the best elements, kind of done in an original way, but with the Wii motion, or at least the Wii swinging and other things like that, I really, really loved it. It is just a really well-rounded game, perfect blend for me, so, you know. Number 2 for me is Portal. Portal was one of the greatest single-player experiences of my life. It took me a while to beat it, but at the same time, I can't wait for Portal 2. The dark humor, everything in it was so perfect. I couldn't have asked for a more well-rounded game overall. Great freaking game. And of course, number 1 is my single-player greatest experience playing a game ever, and that's BioShock. The original BioShock, once again, changed first-person shooters for me into more of a story-driven thing than just it is shoot how good your kills are. I had never played any of the other Shock games that were out, the System Shock and stuff like that. This game was fantastic. I loved it very, very much. I would love to go back and play the other ones, but I think it would be kind of hard to find on a computer now. Just a fantastic series. Number 2 is solid, but not nearly in the same league as number 1. The story twist in the end of number 1 was just amazing. I was like, what the heck? Threw me for a loop. So, yeah, just a fantastic game. And hands down, my number 1 game of the ever. Just a top game of my life right now. So anyway, that concludes my list, guys. Hopefully it didn't take too long. Until next time, keep collecting, keep gaming. May the force be with you.